Hello friends, welcome to ST Tutorials where you can learn, grow and achieve. Today we are going to learn something very important if you are to make a project or an assignment. There are certain tips and tricks of Word which you can use and probably get some extra marks. So without delay, let us learn the tips and tricks of Word for making an assignment or a project. Okay, so the first tip is that when you would like to pick up something from internet or some other sources, we would probably search in the internet and we would land up into some kind of websites like Wikipedia. So we'll take an example of Wikipedia here. We would like to pick up this paragraph. So we'll select it and we'll press Ctrl C, which is copy. And we'll come back to Word. We'll Ctrl V, which is paste. So you'd notice that the content has got copied, but there are certain blue color content which is actually a hyperlink. Hyperlink means these are certain links which have been embedded into the word itself. So if you control and click, it'll bring you to the link itself. It'll redirect to the link itself. So how can we remove all these things? And also one more thing that you would notice is that the font is a little different. So what you could do is you can go into this option which usually appears if you've got like Word 2010 or more. So what you do is you go into Control, and there are three options that you could do. Is you can keep the source formatting. That means the source from where you have taken, if you want that format to be the same, you can keep it same, or you can merge the formatting, right? Or you could go for keep text only. So you would notice that if I go to merge formatting, the format of the word which we have initially set, so it will merge with it, but it will still have the hyperlinks that you could see in blue color. There's another option, keep text only. So if you keep text only, you would see that all the hyperlinks have moved away. So if you want to remove every hyperlink from the paragraph, you can choose this option of keep text only. Let us use this, and you would see that all the hyperlinks have moved out. There's only one thing that I need to pay attention to, is the one which I need to remove. So I just removed it. So this is how you remove the hyperlinks at one go. There's another way of removing it. Let us just delete it. You go and search Notepad. You open up Notepad. So I've opened up Notepad. We'll go back to the source again. We'll select the paragraph with the hyperlinks again, and we would paste it in the Notepad. Again, let us press Ctrl A, then Ctrl C. So it'll select everything that we have copy pasted here, and it will copy it again. And if you paste it in the Word, there is no hyperlink. So this is one way of doing it. Or else if you have got Word 2010, the control options would automatically appear. Also, in many situations you would be asked to copy URL, or maybe if you are giving references, you will have to copy an URL. So what you do is you select all the URL, Ctrl C again, which is copy, and Ctrl V, which is paste. So you would notice that the URL has been copied. Once you hit enter, a hyperlink is created. So how do you remove this hyperlink? There are two ways again. One is when you go at the beginning of hyperlink, it will automatically show a flash mark, where if you click, you have an option of undo hyperlink. You can click on it, remove the hyperlink, or else there is another option, is you go into the any of the letter and right click on it. You would see there is an option of remove hyperlink. You click on remove hyperlink and it will be gone. But again, if you go there and hit the enter button, it'll again come. So you need to avoid it. You need to avoid hitting enter again. You just need to click on the next line, and the next line would appear. Alright, so second tip is what most of you would know. If you see this paragraph or even this paragraph, there are spaces at the right hand side. So it's unevenly spread. If I have to use this spaces and if I want it to be spread evenly, you select all of it and go into these options. So when you go into these options, there are four options. One is if you want it on the left hand side, everything to be aligned, all the paragraph would be aligned on the left hand side. Center would align it in the center. Right would align it on the right, but you would see that there will be spaces on the left. So we'll go back to its original form. And the last option is to justify. So it will automatically justify and fill up the spaces as much as possible. So let us just click this and see. Great. So you see that these spaces has been justified and it's been removed. So this is one tip to keep the paragraph neat and clean. The third tip that I'm going to give you would be in regard to page numbering. So a lot of students usually find it difficult to start the page numbering from a different page. See, in this situation, what I have done is the first page is my title page where I do not want the numbers to come, and the numbering should start with the second page, right? So the content is starting from the second page, so the numbering should start from the second page. So if you notice, if I go to insert, you have to go to insert, you have to go to page number, select anything like bottom of the page if you want the numbering from at the bottom of the page, or if at the top of the page. So you have to select accordingly. I'll go for bottom of page on the right hand side. So you'd see the first title page is having the page number 1, and the content page is page number 2, whereas I want the content page to be number 1 and the title page should not have any number, right? So in this case, what I'll be doing is I'll just quickly remove the numbers again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll reach in the first page which I want it to be different. I'll go to the last line of the first page, go to page layout, then breaks, and I'll put up next page. You need to remember one thing: you have to be in the last line of the first page, or you have to be in the last line of the page which you want it to be different. So go to breaks and then click on next page. So you'll see that the cursor has went down. It has created a new section. So how do you find that it's a different section? So you go to the bottom of the page, first page, double click it, and you'd see that this is section 1 and this is section 2. But there is one more step that we need to do. You would have to go to the bottom of the second page, the page where from you want the numbering to start from. You'd see that it's written same as previous. You have to remove this same as previous. Unless and until it is removed, you will not be able to give the first page number to the content page. So what are we going to do to remove this? We click on the footer section, and in the design section you'd see it is linked to previous. You have to remove this, you have to click it. Once you click the link to previous, you would see that same as previous has gone. So this is where a new section has been created and the numbering would start from this page. It will not be linked to the first page. So how would you start now? Go to the page number, or you go to insert, then go to page number, bottom of the page, and you click, and you would see that the numbering has started. But you would notice that it has started from 2 again. There's no numbering on the first page indeed, but the numbering on the first page of the content has started from 2. That is because it is the numbering is still linked to the previous section. So what you do is you go to page number in the design tab, go to page number, you go to format page numbers, and you would see that it is marked as continue from previous section. You have to remove that and you have to click on start at 1. You can select the type of format you want. For me, 1 to 3 would be okay. So you select the start at 1 and you click OK, and you would see that it has started from 1. So every time you number from this page, or if you start numbering from this page, it'll appear as 1. Fourth tip is how to find and replace a huge number of words, repetitive words, which you have used in the file. So here I could see that managers are getting repeated again and again and again. So if you want to replace, you have to press Ctrl plus H, and a box would appear where you can find and replace the word that you want. So I would like to find managers, and let us replace all the manager words in the word file, the same word managers, with leaders. So what's going to basically happen is that it'll search for the word managers throughout the file. Wherever managers are written, it will convert it into leaders. So you could see this paragraph here, manager is written, right? And there are many other places in this file where managers are written. So all this thing would be converted. Let's take a look at this paragraph where a lot of managers have been written. So replace all would replace everything. Replace would search the first word after the cursor, then replace it. Then again you have to click replace. The next one would be replaced. So let us click replace all, and Word has completed its search of the document and has made 19 replacements. So you could see that the word manager has been converted into leaders, right? So it was section managers, it was department managers, it was regional managers, branch managers, all has been changed into leaders. Next thing that I'm going to teach you is to make a table of content which would act as a hyperlink. So if you click on the content or the heading of the table of content, you would be able to go to the place where this heading starts from. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be in the beginning of a fresh page where I want the table of contents to appear. But before the table of contents appear, we have to do a little bit of arrangement so that all the headings have been picked up automatically. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'll just identify the headings that I want. I want this definition to be on the first level. I can create levels in the table of contents. We can have a level 1 content, level 2 content, which would be the sub level of the level 1 content. So I'll select it. How do you select the whole word? Is you go towards the left hand side, and when this arrow comes, you click on it, the whole line gets selected. So in this line I have only one single word. I'll keep the control pressed, go down a little bit, do not leave the control button, select this one as well, keep the control button pressed. I'll select this as well. I'll also keep this into level 1. Okay, then you can leave the control button, go to the references, add text, and then put it in the level 1. So once it is put in the level 1, you would see that the format has changed. So what you can do is you can come back to the format again. You can press Ctrl plus B button to make it a little bold, go to home, change the color of the font, it will go to black again, and now you have to go back to the page where you want the table of contents to appear. So now you click on it, go to references, go to table of content, go for automatic table 2. So I'll just click and you could see that all the content has appeared. So this is how you do. You can update the table also. Say for example, if I want etymology and early writing in level 2. So let us just try this. We will go to Sorry, it's taking a little bit of time. We'll go to etymology, select it, and select this early writing also. Sorry, we'll do that again. We'll click etymology and we'll click early writing also. And we are going to add it. You would see that it's in the level 1. So I want it to be in the level 2. So it's been added in level 2, right? Now we are going to go back to the table of content. We'll just click anywhere, go for update table. We'll click what do you want to update. So you can update the page number in case if the page number has changed, you have added some text and the heading has gone down to some other page or has come up to some other page. You can change the page number only, or you can update the entire table. So in this case, page number as well as the headings and the level of headings, everything is going to change. So we will go for update entire table and press OK, and you would see that etymology and early writing has just come down to level 2, which is under history. So this is how you put up table of content. My preference would be automatic table of content instead of manual table of content. In manual table of content, you have to change all the things manually. In automatic table, you just have to go for update table. You can change, or you can even add any other headings that you have just created. You can add that headings into the add text and then just update the table and it will be updated. Everything is perfectly formatted, so you won't have to create dots and then write the page number. It will automatically be written here. These are certain tips and tricks which could be used to create a good assignment or a project. There are a lot of other tips and tricks that could be learned. If you want to learn more tips and tricks, do comment in the comment box. If you have liked this video, hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel for many more things to come. Do let me know if there is any kind of tips and tricks that you would like to learn. Comment in the box below and I'm going to reach you back very soon. Till that time, goodbye.